Well, God, between a rock and a hard place here with this live stream. I mean, it's gonna have to do, right? I guess. Turn this side. On this side. On this side. I need my sheet though. Okay, so got a mess everywhere because in order to mount this GoPro properly, I had to do all kinds of things with my mount. I had to put a whole bunch of pieces together to make it come out properly. So I don't like that I have to do that with this GoPro. So I'm really looking into one of the other ones, because when I use this camera normally, it will orient properly. It will lock the orientation to where I need it. But as soon as I click go live with the GoPro, it wants to go to a normal orientation no matter what you do, no matter how you lock it. So I had to do all kinds of strange things to get this camera to be oriented properly. Okay, so let me just clean up for a minute. We're going to wait for some people to stroll in because I have to tell you guys something very important. So we're going to let a bunch of people come in first, because I changed a couple things here. I didn't change anything. I made it a little easier, and I'll explain in a minute. I'm going to clean up here. You guys talk amongst yourself for a few minutes. I have two safes, both with separate combinations. We're going to do two different systems like we discussed the other day. The first one we're going to do is the way the instructions tell us to do it, and the second one is we're going to do the way I originally did it the other day, which is wrong, but it still works fine. So we're going to see which one I find easier in a long form setting. The other day we just tested it quickly and made our decision then, but today we're going to actually do it for real. And I haven't mounted the DDM yet because I want to show you guys my idea before I mount it. I want to have a bunch of people in here to see what I did that's a little different and why I did it. There's a reason why I did it. Okay, so I'm just gonna make myself some room because I got all kinds of mounts and things everywhere trying to figure out how to get the camera set up. All right, and the noise you're hearing is just my furnace. I tried to turn it off, but it keeps wanting to come on. The stupid Ecobee, I can't figure out how to, I mean, I shouldn't call it stupid. It's fine. But when I want the fan to turn off, I can't figure out where in the settings that is, and you got to go through like 10 different menus. So I figure, again, you guys get what I get. If I got a noisy fan, then you guys have to deal with it. Why should I adjust my working conditions for you guys? Okay, so, oh, I need my sheets. I'm gonna try to get my sheet somewhere on the safe for you guys to see at least what I'm writing down. And a pen. Okay, so let's see what I can do here. Okay. Matt, yeah, thanks for that. Problem is I'm working right next to it, so I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's just on the live stream, it might get kind of annoying for people on the live stream. So I'm going to, these are my custom worksheets. These aren't part of any Lockmasters thing or something you can buy. It's just something that I made myself. As I was learning and stuff, I figured out the information I need to know, and then I figured out what works best for me for keeping track of information and how I can go back and see what I have already done. So I'm going to see how much you guys can see here. So that 1250, I might move that over depending, actually, yeah, what if I do this? If I put this on there, I can do something like this. Let's see how that looks in my camera here. Nope, that's got to come back down. Okay, and then this can go here. Is that okay if it's all the way to the left? Is that angle weird for you guys? So if we set this to 0, let's say. I'm gonna ask him what that 1030 means when it boots up. It might mean like the firmware version or something, or the program that he had set up. Okay, let's see if that works, if that's good enough. Oh, mirrors. Yeah, I could do something. I could do something, but I should be okay here. I actually have to look a little bit through the GoPro mount, but the things I do for you guys. The things I do for you. Okay, so what's my next step here? Okay, so here is what I was waiting to show you guys. We got 11 people. Okay, so if you remember from the other day, we had double-sided sticky tape. Where is it? Where's my tape? So we had double-sided sticky tape that we would stick the DDM to on the dial here. Let me mess with my settings a little bit so I can show you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna come back like this just to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so we had double-sided sticky tape. We would put that on there, and then we would mount the DDM to the tape. Well, when I was trying to get this off of the other dial, I noticed that it took a lot of power and force to get it off, and I was a little concerned about the rotor and the drive shaft in here, if that would cause any problems over time if we kept pulling on it. So what I did was I stuck a neodymium magnet on here, right? And then I have another one. I'm going to mount it here, and I think, oh great, I did the tape and then I flipped the magnet over and now the tape got stuck again. Okay, hold on, let me get the tape halfway off. So my idea was, if I actually it was hard to find the center here because this big machine is in the way here. All of this stuff is in the way when you're trying to find the best center of the dial. You don't have to find the exact center, but it's good to get close, right? So my idea was, if I had another magnet with sticky back on it, that would actually make it easier for me to find the best center because I don't have a big rotor in the way. So I'm going to stick this on here. I haven't tried this yet. I'm going to stick this on the best center that I can find. That looks pretty good. Now what we can do is, now we just have to stick these two together there, and now we don't really have that much pressure when we're taking it off. See how that works? And then when we take it off, see, and the good thing about these magnets is they always want to stick together in the exact spot. So let's see, I haven't tried this yet, like I said. Let's see how this, so I think that's pretty good. So let's go to 0 and let's set our 0. Okay, I know it's not very good, the numbers for you guys. I'm just doing a test right now before I reset up the camera, just to show you guys. So 1, we'll go to 5, we'll go to 10, go to 15, then come back to 0. So I think that's pretty good with the magnet. Because, yeah, I was just a little concerned with how much pressure it took to pull this guy off. But I think we may have solved that. And like I said, just trying to put the magnet on by itself with the sticky tape, it lets you find the center a lot easier than having this big machine in the way, trying to find the center. So let's try to lock this down. I'm going to lock this down into position here. I want to move this cable a little bit this way so it's out of my way. Oh yeah, I like this. So I may have to talk to him about not a design update, but a recommendation in the instructions maybe. Because every time you add something, if we start adding magnets to the design, then the price goes up, right? So I don't know if we want to start raising up the price, but that is pretty good. I really like that. But we're going to see how well it works today. Now, guys, today we're not teaching you guys anything. All we're doing today is we're testing out this device. That's all we're doing. If you don't know how to safe crack yet, this is not the video for you. Okay, this video is going to assume that you understand the things that I'm saying, especially since sometimes I don't always use the correct terminology. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll use the terminology that non-safe crackers and non-safe people will understand. Like when I say wheels, they're actually, the technical term is tumblers, but I call 3 wheels. A 3-wheel lock, a 4-wheel lock, right? But I'll call them wheels just because that's what a non-safe person would understand. I get people in my comments saying, you better learn the terms, otherwise you're just gonna suck or whatever. And I'm like, shut up. I use the terms I use because the people understand. Like with the, I call it a retaining ring, the ring that holds in the wheels. The guy gave me shit. It's called a spiralax. And I'm like, whatever. Who knows what the hell a spiralax is? If I start using the word spiralax, spiralocks or whatever, spiralocks, spiralocks, nobody knows what that is. If I say retaining ring, people know what it is. So stop harassing me about my terminology. Okay, so we got 21 people in here. Let's get started. So on this one here, we are going to do the way the instructions say. We are going to zero out our dial at 0, and we are going to use both contact points to try to find. And I changed both safes. I have another safe beside me that we're going to use after this one, so this may be a long live stream. Yeah, I have another safe beside this one that we're going to use by so this one we're going to set to 0 and 0, right? The next safe we're going to find our right contact point, okay, like this, and that's where we're going to set 0. And we're going to set 0 there, and then we're going to take our measurements and we're going to be trying to find the lowest number. The lower the better, which doesn't really work on the right contact point. It worked on the left contact point because then you can find the higher number, right? You can find the higher number, but we're gonna try it anyways. We're gonna try my way. This one actually has a good left contact point, so it might be okay, but a lot of times the left contact point has been damaged over time and you don't feel it. The right contact point is a ramp, so the damage that the right contact point takes is very minimal. So you're usually going to always have a good, and most importantly, a reliable reading on the right side, because it's always going to be a nice ramp. The left side's always taking some kind of damage from hitting and grabbing and everything that happens, that you really can't trust it. The information you get from it, you can take, you know, with a grain of salt, and if it looks good in combination with the right, you can make your decisions based on that. But if you're getting a nice indication on the right and a bad indication on the left, in that situation, I would assume that we actually have a gate. The fence dropped down, the ramp is showing me a good reading, but there's some damage on the left side that we have run into. So that's what would happen if I had a good reading on the right and a bad reading on the left. So my advice is trust the reading on the right more than the one on the left. Okay, so we got 30 people, so I think we should get started, because I don't want to keep people too long, but I think it might be somewhat of a nice long live stream. Where's my pen? I lost my pen. Hold on, let me grab another one. Okay. Oh, there it is. My buddy Peter had a good idea. He says to put a magnet on the pen and then stick it to the door with everything else. I thought that was a good idea. Okay, so we will go to 0. I hope Safecrackerbot's watching. That would be cool if he was watching. He's got like 15,000 subscribers. I got 3,000. He's way cooler than I am. Okay, so we're gonna set 0 to 0. Now I'm going to do something a little dangerous, but sometimes I do this just because. I'm going to skip past the contact points. Where is our contact point? Okay, our contact point is here at 13.15, and I'm going to skip to 15. Okay, so I'm going to mark down my readings here. So we got a 682. The camera's in the way for me to write stuff down here. Hold on, guys. I got to adjust one more thing here. I can't really write anything down. Maybe what I'll do is I'm gonna put this somewhere else, and I'll show you guys when I find something important. I'll show you guys. I mean, if I put it here, you guys can still see it. You guys can still sort of see that. So I'm gonna write down 6.82 here. And on the right, I'm going to write down, just because I'm going to forget, right? I'm going to write down 1321. 1321. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that. Can't see it. Where can I put this? Oh, hold on. You guys are missing my numbers. Hold on. I got to adjust the whole camera anyways. Okay, there we go. You guys didn't tell me to adjust the camera. Okay, there we go. So that's what we're doing here. Okay. All right, so if I put this here, I will just suffer with you guys. I will make do. I will figure out how to keep everything in frame here for how to write it down. Okay. All right, so we are doing an all wheels left. Okay, so let's start at 15, 16, and I'm going to go by 2s because I know this lock, I can go by 2s. 1320, pretty much nothing. From what we've seen yesterday, we expect a pretty good variation in here. So 18, and I'll check the chat once in a while. 18, 20. It's kind of weird. I have to look off angle a little bit, which actually forces me to watch the DDM, so that's pretty funny. So on the left, when I come to 413 in a little bit, I'm looking for a smaller number. When I come to the when I go to the right, when I come here, I'm looking for a smaller number than our 1321. When I come on the left, I'm looking for a bigger number than 6.82. And the thing is that you have to decide if they mean something, because you can have a nice number but it doesn't mean anything, and there's several circumstances where a nice number doesn't mean anything. 1331, 24, okay, so you see here I got a good reading on both sides. $707 and $1311. So I'm going to write down 24. 24. 24. Oh wait, you still can't see? Hold on. The camera moved. Okay, hold on a second here. Sorry guys. This camera keeps moving on me here. 24. Okay, I'm going to try to tighten all of these arms down. I got 4 arms trying to get an angle for you guys. Okay, so that's what I've got. I had 24 come in pretty nice. I can show you guys again here. On the left, let me come back around. Let me make sure that our 0 is still good. Yeah, our 0 is still good. Okay, so I went 22. Actually 22 is okay as well. Let's start back at 20 to show you guys. 20. So we got 6.81 and we need a bigger number, right? We need bigger than 6.81. And here we need smaller than 1324. So that's 20. So 22. 22 is a 677 and a 1329. 23. 23 is a 6.98 and a 1314, so that's nice. Let's go to 24. 24 is 703 and 1313, so that's, I wrote down 24. Now let's go to 25 and see if we can exit, or do we just have a low spot on a wheel. If we have too many good numbers, and that means we just have a low spot on the wheel. So 25 is okay. 26 is okay. So we may, this may just be a low spot on the wheel. Oh, hold on, look at this. So we may have to settle in 24, 23, 24, 25. So probably 24 is good, or even a 25. And let's see here, 28. 28, we're back down. Why does this camera keep moving? Fine, if that's where you want to sit, then that's where I'll put you. Hold on. Do you guys need to see the dial, or do you just want to see the okay, let's try to put you here then. I'm going to try to tighten everything down. Now, these are all plastic, so I got to be careful. Okay. Okay, that seems to be stable there, so let's do that. Okay. Alright, so we got 16 people. We can't see much, maybe. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's go to 30. Okay, so that's good. 32. I'm going to try to go fast. 34. 36. So that 24 is looking better and better as we go around the dial. It could be 25 though. I don't know what was set. 672, 48, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52. Okay, that keeps slipping down. Let me move the whole magnet. Okay. Let me put, I have another big, huge magnet somewhere. Can I lock it in place? Okay, let's try that. Okay. 54. Oh, why does this thing keep coming on every minute? Okay. Hold on a second, guys. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go unplug the furnace thing altogether because it turns off for a minute and then it comes right back on. Okay, I'm back. I pulled the thermostat right off the wall. Okay, let's go back here. Where did we end up? 56. So, as we're doing this, it's really not that hard. Keep track, like I thought it was going to be. 1343. 62. I'm really liking this thing. 64. 66. 68. 70. 72. 74. And you guys don't have to go as fast as I'm going. I've just been doing this for so long that I can feel .78, 80, 82. And I'm not worried about showing this online because make sure the camera's okay. Because you have to know what to do with the data, and you have to know what's important and what's not important data. So I'm not worried about somebody learning how to do it here because they won't. Okay, I'm trying to see here. Okay. 94, 86, 88, 90, 92, 94, 96, 96. No. No, 96 was looking interesting for a second there, but no, I think we need more. It's the right side. The right side is not jiving with that. Remember we talked about that damage on the left contact point? I think we got a good example of it here. The left side is giving me a 703, 705, but the right side is still giving me wide. So wait a second. No, don't like it. And then 0. Okay, so we're going to go back. And we're going to 6.94, 1320. We're going to, let's make sure nothing moved. 0. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so we're going to make sure 20. 20 is 684. I'm actually going to do the right side. 20 is 1327, 22 is 1333, 35, 23. 23 is where we start to see things interestingly. So 23, 24. I want to see when we exit. We're going to take the middle of that. 24 is still good. 25. 25 is still good. 26. 26 is still good, and 27 is a little wide. A little wide, so I'm going to go with like 20. We're going to rock with that 24. I'm going to go with that 24 because 23 came in as well. I could go to 25, but I think 24 is our safest bet. Okay, what are you guys talking about here? All right. So far, we're still looking good. Okay, so I think we might have a stable setup now. Okay, so let's try to put this 24 somewhere. Let's see. So we're going to do 24, and it's sloppy writing because I have to write from the top of the camera. We'll do 50 and 50. I got no room to write anything here. I can't come from anywhere. And then we're going to move this down, 24, 24, 50, 50, 50, and 50. You guys get the point. So we're going to do 24 in the first position. How do we look? Okay, still good. 24. I might go 24 and a half. 24 and a half. Okay, 24 and a half. 1, 2, 250. And then 1 to 50. And let's see what comes in. Oh, looks pretty good. Is it possible we have our first number in the first position? Well, it likes it there. That's weird. That never happens. 24. Let's try it in the second position. 50, 20, 50. 50, 1, 2, 20, and 50. Okay. Well, it doesn't like it there. That's for sure. Okay, it doesn't like it there. That's weird. I've only had that happen once or twice, where the first indication is the first number. So 50, 50, 24. 50. 1, 2, 3, and then 24. Did I just screw up? I think I just screwed up. Hold on. Okay. 50. 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. Again, this is not a lesson. If you're here to learn how to safe crack, you're not going to be getting a lesson. Yeah, it doesn't like it in the third position either. That is so weird. I like it though. I like it. Okay, so that means we can now do a 24 and an X and an X. So that makes things a little easier. Okay. Okay. What do we got going on here? Okay. So, oh, did this thing move at all? Let's move you up again. This camera's getting on my nerves. If anybody wants to do super chats, you know, I could buy an Insta Pro, or whatever the hell it's called. Okay, so what we're going to do now is 24XX. And again, you should know what that is by now. 24 and a half. 1, 2, and 3 to 22. And let's see what we've got. So now our new okay, that's not right. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let me make sure I did this right. 24 and a half. 1, 2, 50. 1 and 2. Oh, it's there. It's there. Let's try a different parking number. 24 and a half will go to 60. 24 and a half. 1, 2, and I'll tell you why, because sometimes you get lucky and the number you've used for parking is one of the other numbers. Look at that. Look at that. So that's interesting. That is interesting. So let's do this then. Let's do 24 and a half. 1, 2 to 50. And then we'll go to 52. And let's see what we've got. Okay. So that's interesting. 54. 56. Okay, so what this is telling me is that we did not find another number. 50 is not. But that 54 could have been. Okay, so let's do this then. Let's go by my regular thing. Let's ignore 1, 2, 3. Let's see what we can find. If we find 50, then we'll find 50. 1308. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's what I want to see. So 20. That's not what I want to see. 2018. 16. 16. 16, 14. Now I can only check the left one, or else I'm going to run into, or no, maybe, yeah, I'm going to run into it. 14. Go 10. 12. Looks good. No, it's 6 now. No, what am I doing? Okay, 4. 2. I need something in the I'd like to go into the 12s. Where am I? No. We got out of, no we didn't. 13. No, we didn't forget. Okay, kitty, gotta go. Okay. I think I should be able to make it to like 13.0 something. Two, 90, 88, 86, 84. How's our camera looking? And I've got everything tightened down as much as it'll go. I'm going to try to think of something here. 84. I'm going to... Okay. I'm going to do this. There, let's try that. Okay. 84. 82. 80. 78. 88. 76. What is a 76 here? What is the 76 here? Nope. 76 on the right side though. We have to write down 76. Oh, 76 here. 76. 76. 74. Okay, I like that. 72. 70. So now we're too wide. So even though we got nice readings, we're too wide. So that's just going to be our new sort of baseline here. 68. So you see this 1306, 1307 is now the number to beat. So we need 13, probably 13 even or lower. Like that. Where was that? That was 66. Something like that. 66, 65. 65, 64. It's got to open up pretty soon, or else we got to just go with it. 64 is still good. This is our last chance. 63. Okay, there it is. So we can go with 60, 65. We can scratch this. We can scratch 75 and we can go with 65. Okay, 65. 65. 65. 65. 62. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. Good, good, good. 62, 60. Okay, I like where this is going. 60, good. 58. 56. 54. And if you'll notice, I am going slower than usual. So that's 52, 50. 48, we're almost done. We got to start making decisions. 48, 46. 44. 42. 42, 40. 38. 36. 34. 32. 30. 28 and 26. I'm going to stop at 26. I guess we can bring it all the way back to 24, but I know for a fact it's not a double. Wife doesn't set doubles. She knows I got too much trouble with those. 24. Okay, so here we go. So now we got to see if we can place the 65 somewhere. Do I need to flip the paper over for you guys to follow? You know what I should do? I should just take the paper off, write on it, and put it back. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to do that. It's annoying, but at least you guys will be able to see clear what I'm doing. Okay, so let's hold on a second here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm setting up the paper again so that I can tape a clean spot onto there. So here's our next move. Our next move is we have to put that 60, 65 somewhere. So we're going to do 24, 65, and I guess we can do 50, 24, 50, and 65. Okay, so this is our next step here. Our next step is to see where that 65 should go. And this is only this easy because that first number came in. So don't think you're going to get away this easy. Oh, is our 0? Let me make sure our calibration didn't mess around here. That's 60. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay, so we're going to do 24. I think it was 24 and a half. 1, 2, 3, 65. And 1 and 2 to 50. And let's see. My camera just said something. I don't know what it said. With this stupid camera, don't like it at all. So we've got 710, 13, 16. So 710 and 13, 16. Let's see what the other one brings. 24, 50, 65. 24. I don't even like those numbers. 1, 2, 50, 1, and 2. Well, 13, 10. So, okay, well, let's try 65 in the second position then. Hold on a second here. Gotta check the live stream here. $24. 24 half 1 2 65 to 50. No, I don't like that. Let me try 65 in the last position. $24. I'm going to try a different parking number. 24, 1, 2. Let's go with 40. And I'm going to walk my way up to 66 to see if I can watch it show up. 13, 14. 26, 64, 65, 66, okay, hold on here. Okay, so I think 66 is our third. It's our third number. Can you guys see that? How did the camera move? No, good. Okay. So we're going to put 66 in the third position. Okay, so I may actually, do we like that 24? Let's verify that that 24, let's do 80. Let's do 24, 80, 24 and a half. 1, 2, 80, and 1, and 66. I'm doing investigation right now to make sure that we're on the right track. Okay. I don't really like that. Let's try 80 and then 24. 80. 80. If we have two numbers, we should have a better reading. 1, 2, 24, and then 66. Okay. Okay, let's try that somewhere else too, because it looks like we may have put 24 in the wrong position. Okay. So I think, pretty sure 65 is our last number. That 24 is, I'm a little suspect. Let's try a 0. 24, 0. 24 and a half. 1, 2, 0. 266. Or 65. What do we say? 65? 65 and a half. So 1324. Okay, so let's try 024. 0, 1, 2, 24, 265. Okay, so 24, we did this, we put 24 in the wrong position. So I'm taking this off again here. We're going to do this. So we're going to be doing a X2465. I still have my questions about that 24, but we're going to use it anyways. And here's something I thought about that's good. What's good is that if I were sure that we were done and just had to find the first number, I could actually pull this off now, off of the dial, and run that way. But let's see what happens here. I like to take measurements anyway, so we're going to keep going and we'll take measurements here. Okay, so we'll go by twos. This is going to get annoying, but hopefully we see some good numbers. So we'll go 2, 1, 2, 224, 266. 60, I'm going to go 65 and a half. And look at that. It's very nice. Okay. 6. So if we don't open the safe now, we are going to get some information. 1, 2, 24, 2, 66. We should find a nice gate if it's not, if I'm wrong on that 24. Okay, still good. 1290. Remember 1290. Okay, so 8. No, 6. Number 6. 1, 2, 24, 265 and a half. Okay. I think this is going to open because we're in those 12s quite a bit. Go 8. Oh my God, I keep passing 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 265 and a half. Yep. 10. Okay, 10. 10. 1, 2 to 24. 265 and a half. A little wider there, not much. It could be my 12. 12. One, 2. Boy, this really gets in the way of my dialing, I'll tell you that. 66. That's 12. 14. 14. 1, 2, 24 to 65 and a half. Okay. 18. 1, 2, 24 to 66. If I was 100% sure, I would pull this DDM off the dial, and I would just run the wheel. But I have my suspicions about that 24 because it came in so nice in the first spot, but then when I was investigating it, it no longer came in, and then it came in on the second spot. So that's why I'm not pulling this DDM off just yet. One, 2, 24, 66. Okay, now we're at 20. 20. 1, 2, 24 to 66. This is the boring part, when you got to run the first wheel. That always sucks. I knew it was too good to be true when I found it in the first spot. 22. 22. 1, 2, 3. Oh, hold on, I screwed up. 22, 24, 22, 1, 2, 24, 266. Oh, no, 65 and a half. Okay. 22. Nope. Okay, now I want to see here. Double 24s. If 24 is our first number, it should come in here. Should be a big drop. 24. 1, 2, 24, 266. No, 65 and a half. Stop saying 66. Cramp. Yeah, so 24 is not giving me anything nicer. It's around the same numbers. So 26, 1, 2 to 24. Now we're going to go faster because we've got one less spin. 66, 65 and a half. I'm going to try that 26 again. 26, 1, 2, 24, 266, 65 and a half. Stop it. Yeah, no, there's nothing there. Yeah, there's nothing there. Okay. 28, 1, 2, 3 to 65 and a half. $30. You guys want me to check the chat? What's going on in the chat? 30. What's happening here? 30. 30. 30. Dave, you didn't miss much. We're still plugging away. 32. No, 30. 1, 2. So we're doing 30 now. 24 to 65 and a half. 32, 1, 2 to 24 to 65 and a half. Okay, 34, 1, 2 to 24 and a half. 24 and then 65 and a half. Okay. Okay. 36. 36. 1, 2, 24. 265. $38. Is that 36? I gotta do 36. I don't remember if I did 36, so we're doing it again. If I did 36, 1, 2 to 24 to 65 and a half. 38. 38. 1, 2 to 24 to 65 and a half. That got wide. That got wide. 40. So I'm pretty sure we're riding on that first wheel. 40. 1, 2, 24, 265 and a half. Yeah, because that's wide. 42, 42, 1, 2. See, I'm getting lots of fluctuation here. So that's telling me that everybody else is out of the way. And we're just trying to get this first wheel out of the way. 44, 44, 1, 2, 3, 265 and a half, 44, 44, so wide, 44, 46, 46, 1, 2, 224, 265 and a half. That is tight. Well, it's tight on the left side. Are we open? That is tight on the left, but not on the right. Let's do 48. Is that 46? Let's do 46 again. I don't remember. 46. 1, 2, 224, 265 and a half. That is tight on the left. And on the right. Well, not so much on the right. Okay, 48. 48. 1, 2, 224, 265 and a half. Look at this. Look how tight we are. There it is. There it is. Okay, we were off on one of the other numbers. We were off by 1. Let's go see which one we were off on. So it's 40. If you guys don't mind, I'm going to take an investigation to see here which number was right on the edge of the gate of it. So we were at 48. 1, 2. I'm going to go to 24. And then let's walk back. We'll walk our way up from 64. Nope. 65. Nope. 66. 67. Okay, so it's not the third number, so it's our second number that's a little bit off. So let's see here. We've got 48. And we're going to walk our way back. 1, 2. We'll go back from 25 to 60. Nope. Okay. We'll go to 24. Nope. 23. Okay, so our second number was actually 23, but we caught the edge of it when we were taking the measurements. So this safe is open with a 23. So if we go here, we'll do 20. We'll do 48, 23, 48, 1, 2. 23, and you'll see we don't have to jiggle the dial at all. 260. It should fall right in. There, it fell right in. Okay, so this one is done. It took us quite a while, but that's mostly because I was chatting and everything, so that's fine. So that took us, did that take us an hour? I'm gonna go with 45 minutes on this one. Okay, so let's move over to the other safe. And on the other safe, we're just going to measure one contact point. And we'll see what we can do, if we can do it better than 1 hour. Okay, so how am I going to mount everything? I don't know, but you guys are coming with me. You're coming with me to see how we're going to mount it. I got to slide everything over. Okay. So, I'm going to take you guys here. Take this mount. Okay, you guys can come onto the safe. The light will move over here. Okay, don't worry, that's not going to be the mounting position yet. I'm going to sort that out in a minute here. Where can I put this? Okay, and then the DDM. See, now here's where the DDM thing comes in good, because I can just pull it off of that dial and then stick it onto this dial as best as we can. See, I already got the magnet on this one there, so we can just do this and then pretty much anywhere on the door. How does that work? I think that's good. So what do you guys think of my magnet idea? I think that's a good way to do that. Okay, I'm going to plug in the GoPro and then we'll set it up at a better angle for you guys. Okay. This safe might be easy for you guys to see because of the dial is not shining. Okay, I need another piece of paper and my pens. Where's my pen? Okay, so let's do another safe. Let's try to go through this one quick. Okay. So you guys need to see this. What can I do here? I'm going to loosen this. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to try to show you guys everything. Okay, we're going to come in here. You guys can see that. Where are you guys? Where's my phone? I want to see what you guys are saying. Dave, yeah, these are both my safes. My wife set the combination, so I don't know what they are. I gotta redo the live stream. It's way behind. Okay. Okay. So, I can probably even straighten up this arm a little bit. Just bear with me while I play with the settings here, because we moved safes, so everything is going to be different. I'd like to show you guys the top of that dial. So I'd like to put you guys here is what I would like to do. If I put you over here, oh, that cable needs to be out of my way. Okay. Okay, so that's going to have to be there. I'll get this paper set up for us with my notes. Okay, I'm going to, now my paper is blank, so I'm not going to show you guys. I'm going to wait till I have something to write on it, and then I will put it on there. So we're going to zero out at the, and I can do this probably. No, I can't see. I need to be able to see the contact points too. Okay, let's get this set up here with no shadow. I'm trying to set the light up so I don't have a shadow on the contact point for me to see, because I still want to see my contact points. Okay, so let's do on this safe here, we're going to do things a little differently. We're going to zero out at our right contact point, which I like right there. Okay, So now let's go ahead and go quick. I got the chat here. Okay, nothing going on in the chat. I might have missed some things, but that's fine. Okay, we got 18 people. Okay, so let's go ahead. I'll start at 0 this time. So we got 99.6. So now we're looking for a low number. So let's see how low we can go. Unless I do the right side, but I told you guys I don't trust the right. I leave it for you guys. You want me to zero out at the right side or the left side? The right side is what I trust more. The left side has that damage I keep telling you guys about. But I'm going to let you guys choose. What do you guys want me to do? 0 at left or 0 at right? Do you want to look for high numbers or do you want to look for low numbers? Kit 2. $18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28. Whoa. Ooh, what happened there to 28? Look at 28. Ah, hold on. I think it lied to me. Let's come back around. 26, 20, 28. No. 30, 32, 32. Okay, let's write down 32. I'll show you guys in the camera right away. We did an all wheels left and we found something nice at 32. So again, we got all wheels left and we found something nice at 32. Okay, let's keep going. I've got to finish this round. $34. Oh, it looks like we may just have, hold on a second here, 30. We may just have low spots. 32. 99.88. 33. 34. 35. Nope, I like it. I like 32. 38. 40. 42. 44. 46. 48. 50. 50 is too close to 0. 52. Now 52. 53. 54, 55. And we got to come back around and check that 52. Let's go 50. 50 is 0. 51. 51 is low. 52 is low. 53 is kind of back high. 54. Okay, we got to write down 52. So we got 2 possible gates we got to check out here. Once I'm done this round, we'll go and we'll check the actual numbers. So we got 32 and 52. Okay. 32 and 52. We got 54, 56, 58, 60, 62, 64, 66, 60, 68, 70, 72, 74, 76. Anybody still here? I don't see any chatting going on. 78. Maybe I lost connection. No, I see it still going. 78. 80. Look at this 80. Oh, this 80. I'm pretty sure that's nicer than anything we've seen. 80. 82. 84. Okay, let's go check this 80 and try to find the center of it so we don't end up screwing around like we did on that 24. So we'll go 79. 80. Okay, so we start at 80. 81. 81 is very nice. 82. 82 is okay. 83. 83 is gone, so we got to go with 81. 81. We don't want to end up like we did last time. Okay, so 81. 84. 86. 86. 88. 90. How does the camera look? Okay, camera looks good. Okay. 90. 92. Now this is interesting because I'm not really paying attention to the contact points on the dial. I'm watching the DDM, and I've never had more than one come up. So this DDM may actually show us more than one gate if the wheels are somewhat the same size. But we're going to go back around and measure to see which one is the best. And I might have to write down numbers. Okay, so we have to check 32, 52, and 81. So let's see what happens here at 32. I don't know, 32 kind of. Let's check 30. 31. 32. 33. 34. Okay, let's scrap 32. Let's check 52. So we'll go to 50. Is 0. 51 is 99.8. 52 99.2. 53. Yeah, that's not big enough change. Let's go check 80 again. 79. So 79, we're wide with a 0.13, 0.14, 80. So a 0.14 all the way down to a 9972 for 80. And 81, 9971. So if you look at that differential, we're still doing math, so we might as well just do it the other way we did before. And then 82, so 82 widened up, so I might have to go 81.5. 81.5. Okay, we're doing 81.5 because that differential from 0.13 all the way down to 90, what was it again? 2 to 99.73. So that's a huge, huge differential. That's massive. So let's see if we can put this 81 somewhere. So we're going to do 81 and we'll do 50 and 50. And then we'll do 50, 81, and 50. We'll do 50, 50, and 81. And we're looking to sort of replicate this here. So I'll show you guys what we're doing. We're dialing those three combinations to see if we can replicate anything in this neighborhood. Now, because we're putting wheels or two wheels in a different position, we may not end up with the exact same thing. But we should end up with one that is better than the other two. That's the goal. We're not trying to replicate this exactly. We're trying to replicate what happened, right? What happened is a big differential. Okay, so let's go ahead and try that. Okay, so who is that? Dave. On the last safe, I zeroed the dial, and then I zeroed the dial magnifier. On this safe here, and that's why I decided to do it twice, this safe here I zeroed at my right contact point. So let's go see which one works better. So 80.5, 80.5, 1, 2, 250, 1 and 2, and let's see where that brings us. So that brings us to a 7. So 0.7. So not very nice. So I'm putting an X beside that one. Now we'll do 81 in the second position. 81. I should have told my wife to set it to 5s and 10s. It would have been easier. Actually, second position 50. 1, 2, 81, 250. Let's see what we've got here. So we've got a 1, 2, so really nothing to write home about. So I'm putting an X beside that one, and now we're going to do 50, 50, 81. And this is how it usually works. The last number usually comes in first. 50, 1, 2. So it wouldn't surprise me if this 80 and a half, didn't I say 80 and a half? So that's a plus, that's a 0.7. So we got to go back because I think I was going to do 80 and a half. So let's do 80 and a half. 80 and a half. 1, 2 to 50 and 1, 50. Okay, so that gives us 0.7. 50, 1, 2, 80 and a half, back to 50, gives us nothing. Okay, now 50, 50, 50, 1, 2, 50, 2, I'll go to 80, 81, 82. Okay, so the fact that nothing came in tells me that our 50 is probably not a good number to park at. It's probably really high. So let's use a different number. Let's use 20. 20. Let's go with 80, 20. So 80 and a half. 1, 2, 20, and 1 and 2. Let's see what shows up here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we're seeing some differentials. So we got 99.81. So I got to put a check mark beside that one. Let's see what comes in with 20. Hang on, I got to write this down here. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, and 20. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this sheet again because you guys are gonna get confused if I show it to you. So let me show you what we're doing. 50 didn't give me anything I like. So one of those two wheels, one of those wheels is really high at 50. So I decided to change where I park. So we're going to do this instead. 81, 20, 20, 20, 81, 20, and 20, 20, 81, or 80 and a half, whatever. So that's what, those are what we have to dial now to see which one looks really good. And so far, that one looks really good. So let's see what let's measure that one again so we can see what numbers we got to beat. So let's go 80 and a half, 80 and a half, 1, 2, 20, and 1 and 2 for 20. Okay, let's see what we've got here. What do we got? We've got 99.78. I'm going to write that down. 99.78. So let's see if we can beat that. So we're going to go 20, 1, 2, 80 and a half to 20. And let's see what comes up in here. And that is not very good. Let me get a better measurement on that because I just kind of threw it there once I found out it was going past. I just kind of... So 22. So we've got a 22 there, which is an X. So that's not good. Okay, so let's go with 20, 20, 81. 20, 1, 2, 20, and, well, 80 and a half. 80 and a half, 80 and a half, 80 and a half. Nothing. So remember I said last time it never comes in the first position, and then I thought it did come in the first position, and this one is doing the same thing. Let's go verify again. Let's try 30 to see if it still comes in nice. 80 and a half. 1, 2, 30 to 30. Nope. 30, 80 and a half, 30, 1, 2, 80 and a half to 30. Nope. 30, 30, 80 and a half. 30, 1, 2, 30, 80 and a half. Okay, so nothing. Let me do this here. So 80 and a half. 1, 2, 20 to 30. I want to see if maybe we lucked out on our second number again. Nothing. 80, 30, 20. 80, 80 and a half. 1, 2, 30, and 20. Okay. It looks like we may have lucked out a little bit with 20 in the third position. 20 in the third position is really nice for some reason. So we may not. Let's try this here. Let's try 20. What am I going to try here? Let's try 81, 80 and a half. 1, 2, 78 to 20. Nope. 76 to 20. Okay, this is very interesting. This is very interesting because I got to do this now. I have to do 80 and a half. 1, 2, 80 and a half to 20. Okay, so we may have to run our first number. What is our game plan here? What's our game plan? Our game plan is, let me see what the chat's telling me to do here. What do you guys think we should do? Okay, AJ, yeah, it was between 80 and 81, so I decided on 80 and a half. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to investigate this one more time. We're going to go 81, 80 and a half, sorry. 80 and a half, 1, 2, 60. I want to see where I should play with that 80 and that 20 together. So let's try 60, 1, 2, 80 and a half, and 20. Seven, eight. Let me try this here again. 81 and a half. No, 80 and a half. Sorry, guys. 1, 2. I always mean 80 and a half, even if I say something different. 22.83. 99.83. 99.83. Okay, so let's do. Let me try 50. 1, 2. 80 and a half, and 20. $60. 1, 2. I'm trying to see where I should put this 80 and a half. 20. Okay, what am I doing? Because 20. What are the chances we just need 20? No, all wheels at 20 is not good. All wheels at 22 is not good. So we have a combination of 80.5 and 20 that works really well. So 81, 20, 20, 81, 1, 2, 80.5, I mean. 80.5, 80.5, 1, 2, 20, and let's just walk our way up and see what we can find. See if I can get 20 to... Eighty and a half, 1, 2, 0 to 20. 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. I'm working on something here, just bear with me, guys. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 52. See, and this is another reason, like, or another example of I'm not worried about showing this, because you got to know what to do with the data you have. Just because you've got information doesn't mean you know what to do with it. After we're done this, we're going to stay live, and I'm going to just, you guys can just ask me anything you want, to try anything you want, to show you the machine, or do anything you guys want. 68, 70, 72, 74, 76, 78, 80, 81. Okay, so we're pretty much sure that 81 is not our last number. Okay, let me do this then. I'll play our little game. Let's go to 60, 1, 2. We're going to go to 85, and we're going to check. So we've got 40, 84, 82, 81, and 81. So 40 down to, so 80.5 is going to be our second or third number. Okay, let's narrow this down even more. Let's go 60, 1, 2, 3, and let's walk our way up from 75. So we've got a 2, 76, 78, 80, 81, 82. Okay, so we're going to rock with 80.5 as our second number. Let's just go 80.5. 1, 2, 60 to 80.5, and that should give us a 0 or higher. Yeah. Okay, so we're going with 80.5 as our second number. So we're going to do, I'm going to park 80.5, 80.5, and I'm going to run the wheel just to see if I can get something around that 20 to show up. If not, we'll check the first. So we're going to go 80.5. 1, 2, 80.5. We'll skip ahead to 84. Okay, good. See, we got a nice number there? Look at that. Okay, so we're in good shape. 86. 86. 88. 90. 92. 94. Actually, we can skip ahead because we know the combination is not between 90 and 20. 22. 24. 26. 28. 30. Whoa. No. No. 32. 34. 36. 38. 40. 42. 44. 46. 48. 50. 52. Whoa, 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 whoa. 52. 53. Okay, let's check this out again here. Okay, so we had 80.5. 80.5. 1, 2, 80.5 again. So first and second wheel are parked in the same position. And we go 50 is nothing. 51 is very nice. 52 very nice. 53 is wide. So 51. I'm going to write down 51. And we're going to keep going. We only got to go to 80. 54. 56. 58. 60. 62. 64. 60. I screwed up. 80.5. 1, 2, 3. To 64. 66. 68. 70. And I like how I can just move my eyes up and check the number. I'm not even looking at the contact point. 72. 74. Ooh, 74 is a little nice. Well, 76. 78. 80. Okay, what number was that other one here? Let me check this 52. 80.5. 1, 2, 50, 51, I think we said, right? We'll go 51.5. Yeah, look at that. Look at that, 51 and a half. Okay, so let's go and check again where we can put that 80 and a half to make sure. We're pretty sure, we're 95% sure our last number is 51 and a half. Let's go verify where that 80 goes, 80 and a half. So we'll do 80 and a half, 1, 2, 20, to 51 and a half, and that puts us at 99.64. So let's see if we can beat 99.64. We're going to go 20, 1, 2, 80 and a half to 51 and a half. So nope, it looks like that 80 and a half is going to be our first number. Okay, so this should go quick now. As a matter of fact, I can probably take this DDM off if you guys want. Do you want me to take the DDM off and just spin back and forth real quick? I keep stopping the live stream. Hold on a second here, guys. I don't know if you guys were chatting or not. Okay, so let's go ahead and just work our way back. So we're going to go 80 and a half, 80 and a half, 1, 2, 78 to 50 and a half, 51 and a half. Ooh, I don't like that. 76. Let's make sure we're right here. Those numbers are way too wide. But we do know one of these wheels is super high, so it could be. Let's just go make sure. 80 and a half. 1, 2, I'll go to 30 to 51 and a half. Yeah, we're on the right track. Okay, just that second wheel is just super high in spots. Okay, so let's do this 80 and a half. 1, 2, 76 to 51 and a half. 74 to 51 and a half. 72 to 51 and a half. 70 to 51 and a half. 68 to 51 and a half. 66 to 51 and a half. 64 to 51 and a half. 62 to 51 and a half. 60 to 51 and a half. 58 to 51 and a half. 56 to 51 and a half. 54 to 51 and a half. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. 80. Is it possible we're this 80 in the wrong spot again? 81 to 51 to 51 and a half. Huh. 50 to 51 and a half. 48 to 51 and a half. 46 to 51 and a half. No, we just got low spot. Good. Good, good, good. 44 to 51 and a half. That's really low. 42 to 51 and a half. 40 to 51 and a half. Good. 38 to 51 and a half. 36 to 51 and a half. Oh, that's low. 34 to 51 and a half. 32 to 51 and a half. 30 to 51 and a half. 28 to 51 and a half. 26 to 51 and a half. 24 to 51 and a half. 22 to 51 and a half. 20 to 51 and a half. Okay, interesting. $18 to 51 and a half. We said that 80 and a half in the first position, right? 18 to 51 and a half. I'm not getting numbers I like. Oh, what am I doing? I'm doing 80 and a half, 80 and a half, 1, 2, 30, 51 and a half, 28, 51 and a half, 26, 51 and a half. 24, 51 and a half. It's too consistent. 22, 51 and a half. Okay, I'm breaking free from it. It's just 2, 0, 1, 2, 80 and a half to 51 and a half. See, look at that. That's what I want to see. Okay. Okay. We're changing our game plan. Got 80 and a half in the second position. 2, 1, 2 to 51 and a half. I don't know. Okay. I wish I could find some evidence, clear evidence of what that 80 and a half is doing. 1, 2, 80 and a half. 2, 4. 1, 2. 6 or 6, 6, 1, 2, 80 and a half, to 51 and a half. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think I like 81 in the first position, but usually I can guarantee this, but 8, 1, 2. Let's finish this. No, I'm sorry, guys. I got to go back to that 81 in the second position. The numbers were just nicer. Or no, the 80 and a half in the first position. 1, 2, we'll come back to 26 to 51. The numbers are just nicer. 24. 22, 22, 20, 18, 16, 14, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 0, and now our numbers are worse. So one of these wheels is really high, throwing everything off, which is fine. I'll get it. It just, I have to, we know we've got two of the numbers. I can't place it, so we're just going to have to rock with doing them both. We did 80 in the second position. If it doesn't come in, we'll do that 80 and a half in the, no, 80 and a half in the first position. If it doesn't come in, we'll do it in the second position. There's still time, though. There's still time. 94, 51 and a half, 51 and a half, 94. See, my numbers are very bad now. 92, 90, 88, 86, 'and we'll stop at 84. Actually, we'll go to 81 to see if we drop around there. Okay, remember 35. Remember 35. If we see a nice big drop, 82, 81, 'Son of a bitch. Yeah, 80 to 50. Ah, there it is. There it is. 80's our second number. Ah, shoot. That's okay though. that's okay. That's okay. We got to do X, 80 or 80 and a half, and 51. We already did some though. We can go to 10, 10, 1, 2, 3, 250, 12. Sorry I took you guys for that ride, but you got to do it. 80, 250, 14, 1, 2, 16, 18, 1880. Hold on, I screwed up. 18, 1, 2, 80, 1 to 51. Okay, 20, 20, 1, 2, 80, 51. 22, 22, 1, 2, 80, 51, 24, 1, 2, 26, 1, 2, 3, 1, and 2. I guess I can still spin pretty fast. 28, even though this thing's on there. 28, 1, 2, 28, 30, 1, 2, 3, 32, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. There it is. She's open. So, what was that? 32, 32, 1, 2, 80, and I want to see where my 50 was. 50 doesn't work. 51 would have worked. 52 works. 53 doesn't work. So 51 and a half was perfect. Okay, so we've got this one open. What are we looking at? So 2 safes in 2 hours. I think that's pretty good, isn't it? What did we have? We had 32, 1, 2, 80 to 51. Okay, there it is there. So basically what we're saying is that this DDM is very, very good. I like it a lot. I can see myself using it. I think I would use it when I'm not filming, because with the camera in the way, there's just too much stuff. There's just too much stuff. So what I would have to do is use it on a really tough safe and not film, which is fine. There's lots of them I don't film. Sometimes the customers, I call them customers, but they're just people would rather I not film it. And it doesn't matter to me. I just want to do it. So if they don't want me to film, then that's fine. Somebody was asking about the resolution. This here says 2500 as a resolution. And I don't know if you want any more. GK, yeah, I had 80 giving me really good numbers. And I've got proof. Everybody was watching me get really good numbers with 80 in the first position. But when that failed, when I came back around to 80, double 80s, we dropped massively. So that told me right then and there that 80 was our second number. So I probably should have walked back from 75 a little earlier, but that's okay. 2 safes in 2 hours. That's fine. I'll live with that. I'll live with that. I'd rather, it's twice as long as I usually am comfortable with. I like less than an hour a safe, but you know, we're chatting and I got all the stuff in the way here. What I'll do is I'll take another picture so that I can show you guys on the, I wonder if I can post it on the community while you guys are here to show you what my working conditions here. Okay, so I took a picture. I'm going to post it in the community. Hopefully you guys will be able to see it. You might have to break away from the live for a minute. So what I'll do is I'll post it and I'll tell you guys when I've posted it, and then I won't do anything for about 2 or 3 minutes so you guys can go to the community thing and look at it. So hold on here, I'm logging in here. So I'm going to, I gotta find out how to get to the community thing. View channel, community. Okay, I'm going to post a picture here. I'll tell you when it's done. Okay, I'm posting the picture. I'm done here. Can I add a message here? Okay, here's our live working conditions. It's not posted just yet. So I'm going to post here. Oopsie, I spelled it wrong, but whatever. Hang on, let me fix it. Edit. Here's our live working conditions. Okay, so the picture is posted. So I'm going to sit here and not do anything important for a few minutes while you guys go and check the picture so you can comment on why, well, you can see why I say that it's a little cumbersome with the camera. Without the camera, I think it's perfect. I can see everything, but with the camera, trying to film for you guys, it's a little cumbersome, which is why it took a little time, probably twice as long. But I say twice as long, but you guys were here before when I had worked 6 hours on one. So, you know, in the perfect world, less than an hour, but there's always those weird cases that it doesn't work out. So I'm still happy with an hour each, which is fine. I'm okay with that. And I know some of you guys are going to say, I could have done it in 15 minutes. I know. It's fine. It's fine. Everybody can do it faster. The point is that I've dedicated to just doing this. I'm not entertaining drilling or anything like that. This is the method that I stick to. So I'm just going to wait for you guys to come back after checking the, and move it back a bit. Yeah, I can, but I'm limited to the, I have 5 AJ locks. I'd have to get a super long arm. If I did it with a tripod, I could probably get the camera out of the way. What I would like to do is do what I did yesterday, mount it from the top of the safe. I have the GoPro 12 Black. Yesterday was perfect, or the day before, when I had it mounted from the top of the safe swinging down. The problem is that the GoPro software flips it the proper orientation, so the numbers are upside down. But when I'm filming just for without a live, I can probably just have the numbers upside down. So that's the problem with the GoPro, is when you're filming normally, it'll do the orientation. So if I flip the camera upside down, it'll film it proper, like when you flip your phone around. But for some reason, when the GoPro software takes me to live stream on YouTube, it wants the camera to be right side up. Otherwise, it's upside down. So I'm going to look into see if the Instacam won't do that. At Safecracker, I don't need 10,000. I mean, I don't know how much more precision you need on this. If I need more precision, I'll just put the laser on the dial and shoot it across the room 7-8 feet. But I mean, 2,500, I mean, how much more? So here, let's do this. Let's show you guys here. So we go to 0 as best as we can. We'll zero this out. I mean, there's 100 numbers in between each number. 0 to 1 is broken up into 100. I mean, you're wasting your time by having it any more precise. Manifoil, no, I don't have one, but I would like to get one because apparently they're a real challenge. But I say they're a real challenge. You guys were here a few weeks ago when that safe was set to 17, 18, 11 with that combination. I mean, on a 6700. So when we talk about hard, any lock can be hard. AJ, yeah, I checked every setting. I even asked ChatGPT to see why only in live stream does it force it to be right side up. Like I said, if I'm filming normally, I can film upside down and the camera will orient it properly like your phone does. But just when I'm live streaming, it forces it to be right side up. So I'm going to show you guys this here. So just in case Safecracker bot is on here watching, or if he tunes in, he can see what I did. I'll read it, and if anybody new is here. So the idea of this is to double-sided tape the little rotor. Okay, I decided to modify that a little bit because I was a little concerned with the pressure needed to disconnect this from the dial when you had the tape on there. So what I did was I went with a magnet, and as we've seen on two safes, it works perfect. So this magnet will stay on here. That's what double-sided tape, that magnet won't ever leave. So now when we need to connect it, we double-sided tape this other magnet, right? And what that does is it actually makes it easier for us to center on the dial because we're just centering a little magnet rather than trying to get a whole big machine centered on the dial. So we center the magnet as best as we can. Now we just grab our DDM and magnetize the two like that. So that's going to have to be something that you guys do on your own if you buy this machine. I wouldn't expect the maker of this to do this for you. I mean, these magnets are cheap enough. You can do that yourself. You know, $1 for the magnets maybe. Chris MMH, I'm sure your lovely followers consider it. That'd be awesome if you guys want to send me one, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I don't charge for opening safes. So when I buy stuff, it's usually from what you guys donate money-wise on the YouTube, or what I try to do is sneak in some overtime at work that's dedicated just to buying tools for the hobby and plane tickets and stuff. So sometimes people offer to play my plane tickets, and that's cool. I'll take that. But I don't make it part of the deal because my interest is in doing this in weird scenarios. Buying a lock and sitting on your couch is cool. Sitting on the floor, underneath a desk, in a dark environment, trying to get it to do what you want it to do, that's even cooler. You know, one time I flew to Calgary, and I had to work in a cold garage. It was minus 17 Celsius, and I had a little space heater. The video is up on my YouTube somewhere. Had a little tiny space heater that I had to keep near me to keep me warm. So at the time, I was bitching and swearing to myself, why did you do this? Why did you do this? But when I got the safe open, it made it all worth it, and I got to tell a story. So that's why I don't really force getting paid, because I want these weird situations. I don't want to sit on a couch. and work on a lock. I don't want to sit with a lock and a vise. I want to be in weird situations. I've been sitting on the floor next to my furnace for 2 hours, which to me is awesome. You know, in the last winter, or no, in the spring of this year, a guy had a floor safe, but they had built a concrete base for it, and it was underneath a central vac. So I had about 2 feet above my head to work on this floor safe. So now, you tell me, if working on a lock and a vise is as cool as bending over a big concrete block with 2 feet above your head underneath a central vac. So if you guys got any questions or any comments, any advice for what else I could do, but I think this magnet idea is pretty right on. So if you guys buy one of these, buy these Neo magnets, and then this way we're not putting undue pressure on this guy every time you take off the sticky tape. This is not even on here perfectly straight. I did the best I could do, and as we saw, it was fine. AJ locks, you enjoy. Exactly, that's the real world situations. Because if I buy a lock online, you know I'm going to clean it, and you know it's going to be working in its best condition. If I go somewhere to some building that's been dusty for 30 years, that lock's going to be crunchy, and it's going to give me a challenge. It's going to make me work. It's going to make me sort of rack my brain and all that stuff that makes this fun, right? Like a 15-minute lock is fun, but breaking through a 4-wheel lock, like on the bank vault I did in the fall, that's even more fun. I had to stand up for half of it. For the top lock, I had to stand up. For the bottom lock, I got to sit down. So luckily, the top lock only took 2.5 hours, and the bottom lock took me more than that. I don't remember, but it was probably about 4 hours for the bottom lock. But those were these 6500 series locks, and I think at those times 2.5 hours and 5 hours or 4 hours for the bottom lock, I think those are excellent times for those. Oh yeah, I messed with this a little bit. So if you guys want me to show you anything, or if you got questions, we still got 20 of you here, so don't be afraid to ask. Turn this into an Ask Me Anything. Or do you guys want to play a game? Hey, I could collect some money for you guys, with you guys. What if I set the combination to something, and you guys have to pay me $1 to guess the combination? And if you get it right, I'll send you... What can I send you? I'll send you a $20 Amazon card. Whoa, what was the combination on this one again? Okay, hold on. I'm going to change this combination. Do I like this better than the laser? Yes. I'll probably still use the laser, but here's a problem with the laser. With the laser, you keep having to swing your head around. So, with the guy here, what can you guys see here? With this guy here, let me move the camera back here. I'm going to pretend my finger is my eyes. Okay, so with this setup here, I can look here and then just move my eyes up and then come back down. I don't have to move my head at all. With the laser, I have to turn my head to the left or right depending on where it is. The problem is that my brain handles those visual distances better than the numbers. So that's the problem that I'm running in. Like trying to do the math on here we go here. Where are we here? Like doing the math and trying to picture the differential in my head of 16.61 down to 16.35. It doesn't mean much to me, but if I can see it visually, then that means more to me, but only because I've been doing that for so long. If I use this device for a while, hopefully he lets me keep it for a while. It's just on loan. If he lets me keep it for a while, I'll probably get used to sort of figuring out what is good and what is bad, right? Because right here, a 16.63, right, is our, if that was our baseline, 16.45 could be good on some locks, but on other locks it might not be good. So that's why it's kind of weird to see that. I like to see the lines. That means more to me right now. Like I said, give me some time and we'll see if my brain can differentiate these. But I think I will be able to, because when I set 0 here at the contact point, it worked really good. I was able to sort of see that 0.2 is higher, 8 is really high, 6 is, you know, so here 32. So where do we find one? Let's go to 50. So here we go, 50, 50, not bad. So yeah, I could see myself being addicted to this thing for sure. And then we should see a 0, around a 0 here. Yeah, there you go. So Hulkster, yeah, I don't think it's up to him to make it smaller. This is what's available. This is what's on the market. Like, all of this stuff is just consumer products, right? I guess you can get on AliExpress. He just figured out how to make it do his bidding. You know, he figured out how to translate this into attach a flat piece on it and then a display to make us show us the numbers, but it's not really up to him. $232. Yeah, well, it's mostly research and development, you know, and he's got to 3D print all this stuff. It's all nicely 3D printed, and then he's got magnets on the back to stick it to the safe. So, and then I think he probably had to program the he probably had to program the whatever you call it to go from 0 to 100, because I'm guessing this 2500 is probably like would be 250 maybe. So I'm wondering if he didn't do some math in the program to show 0 to 100, because you really don't want any more precision than that. You start getting lost in the data, you know. Like even if you went in quarters, like that might even be enough. Like even 0 to 50. But if you started doing 1,000 increments in here, I mean, you just get lost. It would mean nothing. 100 increments, if this was 1,000, 100 would mean nothing. You would just have too much data to sift through. I mean, he had to buy a 3D printer, and it's nicely printed too. Like, it's all a little bit choppy on the filed edges, but that's okay. That's fine. I know what he tried to do here. He tried to file it down so it's not so sharp, and it worked. It's not sharp at all. So if you bump your hand into it, you're not going to get cut. The button seems nice. It's a nice quality button. It's heavy. It's there. The spring in there is really nice. It's not a cheap button there. So that's another cost, right? Oh, then you got this metal arm here. Oh, my magnet's too strong. Hold on, guys. My magnet on the door is too strong. for the camera. I got a fishing magnet. So this arm here is probably $5. So you got $5 for that. I don't know, $500 for a printer. These things, I don't know how much these cost. But then you got to print the box, you got to get and whatever chip is being used in there. Oh, and then he's got to have a charge port. So there's a battery in there as well, by the way. So there's also a lithium-ion rechargeable battery. So when you start doing all of this stuff, you know, start throwing batteries and displays and buttons, like, I don't imagine he's making that much, right? And plus, you guys get mad at me for doing this for free. We shouldn't expect him to hand these out for free. Us hobby guys already have 3D printer stuff. Yeah, I know that 3D printing stuff is so cool. I have so many ideas, but I wouldn't even know where to start with that. You gotta like LiDAR the dimensions in and then print it. So what do you guys want to do? Here's what we'll do. You guys want to play a game? Here, let's play a game. We don't need this on anymore. We don't need this on. I'm going to set the combination, and then we're going to play a guessing game, but I'm going to give you clues. I'm going to give you clues as to the combo. Let's keep this live stream going. Why not? What was the combo here? It was 80 and a half, no, 32, 1, 2, 80 and a half, 2, 51. Okay, there we go. All right, I'm going to set the combo. Hang out there for a second. We're going to play a game. We're going to get some, we're going to sucker some live stream people to come in. Okay. Hold on. What am I going to do here? I'm going to do... I got to find my 3-wheel key. You guys want to see a cool change key? Check out this change key. How cool is that? Okay, I'm going to change this combo. What are we changing it to? What should we change it to? Hold on a second. Let me think of 3 things, 3 clues that I can give you guys. Okay, what are we going to do here? Okay. Let me think. Okay, I got one number. I'm going to give you guys the clues. Okay, so I got one number. Then I got, what's another good number for a clue? Let me think. Okay, I got that. I need one more number. Hold on a second here. Okay, one more number. What's a good number? Let's do this. Okay, I know what to do. Okay. Let me set it here. We got... Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. We're going to do this. Which one should I put first? I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm making sure you guys aren't cheating. Okay, so you can't see that. 1, 2, 3, and 1 and 2. Okay, So let's make sure we got this here. 1, 2, 3, and this one. Okay, we got it. Okay, so you guys can watch me dial it so you know I'm not lying to you. Let's move everything down. Okay. And I'm gonna get a piece of paper to write on too. Blank piece of paper. Hold on. All right, so here's what we're gonna see. And so let's, okay. The first clue is, should I do the, okay, we'll go for the first number. Okay, the clue for the first number is that it is a club. It's a club. It's a club. So it's a, let me write this down here. I'm going to write the clues down so that people tuning in will know what the clues are. Okay, I got a piece of paper. Bear with me. Okay, so, and here's the thing. If people are tuning in, okay, we're going to do this. Whoever gets it, I'm going to give you a $20 Amazon gift card. I'll have to mail it to you or do that to give you the code or something like that. But let's do that because you guys support me lots. You guys always hang out with me on live, so let's do this here. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side a little bit. What I want to do is make some room for a paper on the right so I can write down the clues. Okay, so we're going to do this here. Okay, so I guess I could put this on a tripod now, couldn't I? Okay, hold on. Hold on, guys. We're putting this on a tripod because I don't need to focus on anything. Bear with me for a second here. Just bear with me while I put this on a tripod. So the first clue was, this is a club. It's a club. It's a club. So think about that. It's a club. Oh shit, somebody got it. Somebody got the first number already. You got it. So write down the first number, you guys, because you're going to need it. So the first number, somebody got it already. All right, so I'm just setting up our tripod here so that what I can do is I can put a piece of paper up high and then show the clues. Okay, there we go. So there we go. So let's do this. So the first clue was a club. Okay, so you guys got to keep track of the numbers. First clue was a club. Somebody already got it. So the second clue. The second clue is, and it might take a couple of clues for you to get a number. So the second clue is, second clue is going to be twins. 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 So the second clue is twins. And I'll make room for more than one clue if we have to. We'll go for a few minutes, and if nobody gets the number with twins, then we will add another clue. So club was already gotten. I'm not writing down the number. You guys got to keep track of that because I don't want anybody coming in to be able to get it. Twins. 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 It's not 2 and it's not 11. Twins. Nope. Okay, so that clue was pretty lame, I guess. That clue was pretty lame. So let's add this. Planes. Twins and planes. Twins and planes. Twins and planes. Twins and planes. 27. Next clue. Okay, what else can I do for a clue? Twins, planes, and I'm going to put bush for the third clue. Twins, planes, and bush. We need to translate these clues into a number between 100 or 0 and 100. Twins, planes, and bush. How can we translate those three clues into a number between 0 and 100? I'll give you one more clue. The number is going to be, it is going to be the number minus 2,000. So the number we're looking for is a number oh wait, is that going to make sense? Hold on, that might not make sense. Does that make sense? I think that, Oh, AJ Locks, tell me why you got that number. Let me see if my clues are good. You got the right number, but let me see if my clues were good. Three. Hold on, I'm looking something up. I'm looking up some clues. All right, so I got a first clue. All right, so you guys got the second number. So the third clue. That's going to be too obvious. That's going to be too obvious. Let me do this. I'm going to do a farm. Farm is going to be your first clue. Farm is the first clue. We've got 2 numbers already. We need 1 more. Willie, we got the safe opened and nobody was asking questions, so I decided to just start a game. If you guess the combination, you're gonna get 20 bucks. I don't know why I'm paying you guys, but whatever. I'll do it. Okay, so the next clue is farm. And I think that's pretty lame. Okay, let me think of another clue. Oh, I got another clue. Oh, hold on. I screwed up the camera here. I'm doing this here. Santana is the second clue. Santana is the second clue. If anybody wants to take a guess, you can guess. Two hours and 52 minutes. 70 is close. It's close. 2114. I don't know. We can try that. 21. 1, 2, 1, and 4. Actually, we know it can't be 4 because that's in the forbidden zone. 27,172. Let's try that. No, you're not just guessing. We got to get the clues. Okay, let me add another clue. Let me add another clue. D. Brian. Let's give that a try. 21, 1, 2, 1, and 69. Hold on. Nope, that's not the combination, D. Brian. Go back on our notes. Should add one more clue. Let's add 500,000. 500,000. AJ Lux, let's give that a try. Let's give that a try. 27. 1, 2, 1, 2, 69. AJ Lux gets it. D. Brian, you were so close. AJ Lux gets it. Except I think he lives in like Australia or something like that. How am I going to get you a gift card? Do they have Amazon in Australia or New Zealand? Anything else you guys want me to do here? Or should we wrap it up? So basically what I'm saying, in conclusion, I'll probably make a more professional video about it, but in conclusion, that dial magnifier is pretty awesome. It's very, very awesome. I'm probably going to buy one. Or I'll probably just buy this one. This one's a prototype, but if he doesn't need it back, I'll probably buy it off him, or maybe I can convince him to let me have it. I said 69 at 745. Hold on. G Keyman might have it. Hold on. Let me check all G Keymans. 66. G Keyman, your numbers were 11, 66, 44, 20. No, G Keyman, your number was 66. G Keyman, where are you? Oh, hold on, maybe I can't go back far enough. Oh no, I see all of the game text. Yeah, I see all of the game text. G Keyman. Yeah, you said 66 at 745. Alright, so is there anything else you guys want me to try or do or have any questions? You guys want to see some locks? I have lots of locks. If you guys want to see some locks, I can I'll show you my latest acquisition. My latest acquisition is where's the camera here? Is this here, an 8400. So we're going to do some investigations with this guy here to see what we can sort out. Where are you here? 0. You guys never seen that before. These ones are prone to all kinds of problems, and this one I believe was drilled out. No, this one wasn't drilled. I thought this one was drilled, but it's not. But we don't really like these though. Too many problems with these. When you see the serrations on the wheels, so you can't even bounce these like you can on the 8500. It's pretty cool. Okay. Okay, so if nobody's got questions or wants me to do anything, I guess we'll wrap it up. I'll go hang out with my wife. I think we did it. Yeah, again, I will reiterate, I was skeptical at first about this device, but I will tell you, let's do this here. There's my camera setup. Look how many arms I had to have. And that's not even including this one here. I had this on here as well, like this, and then I had it facing up because it wouldn't let me go upside down. Usually I just have to have this guy here on the magnet, and and that's enough for it facing down. So let's show you guys how this thing hooks up, because I don't think we had a wide shot of it. Let's give you guys a wide shot, and it's really easy since where's my magnet? I'll just put the magnet back on there. All right, so we got this arm here. I'm going to try to come back as far as I can here. Just loosen these up a little bit. This guy just goes here, and now with my magnet, half the work gets done for you. Like, you see it just pull itself into position. So then we just have to tighten this guy up to keep this the mount steady. I like to flip this on this side. And there we go. So like with the magnet, half of the work is done. And this guy just goes up here. And that's it. It's ready to rock. So yeah, I think, I mean, maybe he can, if he buys enough magnets, maybe he can factor it into the cost. Because really, you would just have to ship it like this with both magnets. Oh man, that tape is good. See, this tape is really good. This double-sided tape I use. It's already been used a few times and I can't pull the magnet off. So you could just ship it like this, right? And then the user can just, it's got its own storage spot, right? And when you want to go use it, double-sided tape on the dial, then you just stick that on there, and then this guy sticks on there, and you're ready to go. Setup is almost instant. You just have to make sure that you loosen these up a little bit so the machine can stick properly. And there you go. So I may talk to him about including the magnets on that. D. Brian, I'm in Winnipeg. I'll be out there. I have to open a safe in Kitchener, so I'll be out there soon. Where is this here? Can you modify the magnetic base from Princess Auto? Oh, I'm sure you could. I have one. I have one here. The thing is, the guy's asking if you can do a. I'll show you what he wants to do, and I'll show you why it's a good idea, but it's probably not the best idea. And here's why. 1 second. Okay. So the one guy asked if you could do the arm from a indicator, from a dial indicator, which is this guy here. So I can get it all into the frame. So this guy here. I thread locked mine on there, so I can't really get it off. But you could do this. Here's the problem. Hold on. The problem is that the way the Safecracker bot has created the carrying case, the carrying case for it is so nice and slim and so light that really I'm willing to use this little flimsy arm here, because this arm is not holding up this. This is sticking to the dial, right? So all we're doing is we're bracing it. So it's kind of half and half. It's half sticking to the dial and it's half being held up by this arm. So you don't need a really good arm. You just need enough just to brace this frame here so that the rotor can turn freely. So if we start using this guy, now we're going to have to buy a different case because we're not fitting that. We're not fitting that into the nice slim case here. So I don't think you have to modify that magnetic arm. But I mean, yeah, theoretically, I'll show you guys what he wants to do. he wants to do this, which is what I thought of too. Really good idea. He wants to do that. Then it's really easy. This is really easy to move this arm around here. Like that. And then you could, you know, get a frame or whatever, put it up there. But look how easy this arm is to move in all different directions, whatever you need. But I'm willing to fight with this one in order to keep it in that skinny case, because it fits in my backpack. I can take it on a plane. It'll add barely no weight. This thing here is pretty heavy. This magnet here is pretty heavy. So that was a good question. That was good. Okay, where are we here? AJ, yes, I'm on Discord. All right. This safe here was the first one that I ever cracked. I bought it to store ammunition, because in Canada your ammunition has to be stored separately from your guns. And this was on Facebook for $40 in 2011. And so I figured I would buy it and I would just run every combination. And then I found one document from How Stuff Works that explained very basically how manipulation works. So after I got it open, I was hooked and I just kept going. So we're on 15 now. No, hold your camera, not the encoder. Hold your camera. I'm not sure what that means if you want to elaborate. That's right, I got hooked. After the first safe, I got hooked. And I was just as bad on the second safe as I was on this one. This one took 17 days at about 2 hours a day. Every night I would get home and I would go right downstairs and I would try it. And the second safe, it took me about 5 years before I would really go out anywhere to do it. If somebody called me and said, you know, can you come here? I would go, but I really wouldn't go looking for people because I just wasn't good enough yet. Now I go look for people. Oh, the magnetic base to hold my GoPro, not the DDM. I got something better than the magnetic base. Where's my camera? What I got better is a fishing magnet. So, and it works perfect. It's just when you start having that many arms on it, and look who came to visit us. Little Ellie came to say hi. When I started to have that many arms on it, then it became a problem. But I really won't need to because I don't really film straight on. I don't have to. Orientation when I'm filming normally. It's just with that live view for some reason. Like here, I'm going to flip the camera. Or no, I can't. I'm on live. If I flip the camera while I'm just filming, it orients it properly. Just for some reason, live stream has to be up and down. But the fishing magnet, I mean, you got to fight to get this little tiny one off. Hold on. I can't get it off. There we go. So, fishing magnet's perfect. I got the GoPro mount on there like that. So, Dave, yeah, this is I guess it would be a DDM 25 because that's what it shows there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I don't know anything about these. I've seen them, but I don't know much about how they work and stuff. This was sent to me as a prototype trial unit. I'm gonna see if he'll let me keep it though. So you guys gotta open your wallets. I need a camera. And I might have to buy this thing because this thing is awesome. The only reason it took long today was because I had the camera in the way. If I'm working like this, if I'm working just like this, you're going to see me do some real damage, especially the four-wheel locks. If I get to work like this, without a camera on my face, even when, oh, actually, I'll show you how I mount the camera. Hold on. I can't show you because I'm using the camera. Well, I can sort of show you. So what I usually do is I mount the camera up here. And I face it down this way. And it's not in my way at all. So that's what I usually do. So in this kind of setup, I'm going to do some real damage to those four-wheel locks, and the locksmith community that already hates me is going to hate me even more. So put that right there. See, actually, if this was on the side, right, then I could just center that. I could center it like that. But the cable is at the bottom. So I may have to tell them that as well. Put the cable off to the side so that I can work like this. Even better to look up and down. Later, Brian. D. Brian, I don't know if that's your first name. See you, Brian. Thanks for tuning in. Right, we still got 17 people here. AJ Locksmith. Yes, I'm on Discord. I think I answered that already. My Discord ID, let me find that out for you guys. Let me find out my Discord ID. How do I find that? Discord. Okay, my ID. My ID is, can I copy it? Number, hold on. Okay, so number sign 8132. My Discord is, excuse me, number sign 8132. Does that make sense? I'm pretty sure try that and see if that works. 14 people. We're starting to drop like flies. Yeah, I like this thing, you guys. It's just pretty. I keep saying that because I was really skeptical when I first got it. I'm like, I don't know if I like this thing, but I really did. I really do. Hulkster, are you on the Discord? Guess I can start packing all the stuff up, hey? I made a mess even for just a little bit of a live stream. I got a mess everywhere. Sully, yes, this will be my lives stay on live. You go into my account there, and then there's different things. There's videos, shorts, and then there's lives. So you'll be able to watch it again. Maybe I'll cut it up. Maybe I'll cut it. Should I make a shorter version of the live just with the interesting stuff like I normally do? All right, so we got 14 people. If you guys got questions, we'll do like 5 more minutes and then I'm gonna be out. Because I think we covered it all. My point is, go buy one of these if you're an aspiring. Actually, don't buy one if you're an aspiring safecracker. Buy one if you do this and you love it and you know that you're going to get the use out of it, because it's like $300. I don't want you spending money for something you might use once and then lose interest. As you can tell by my YouTube, I haven't lost interest in 15 years, so it makes sense for me to spend money on one of these. Yes, they do. You should leave it alone. Yeah, most of my lives are up there. Let me go check. Did my lives get taken down? I don't think so. Is graphing? Yes, graphing is still the best to learn, because you can, you don't have to mentally keep track of anything. You can go back and look on the paper at what was the best. As you get better, you start to ignore a lot of stuff. And that's how you speed up. You start to realize, like if you got a large group of good readings, that's actually bad. So you start to ignore things like that. So when you first start out, graphing is very good because you know you can just look for the quick little spikes. So if you're not graphing when you start up, you're wasting your time because you need to understand what's going on. So you need to be graphing when you first start out. Hold on, did you see that link above? Did you see that link above? Oh, I see your thing there. Okay. 56.59. Okay, we could work out a gift card for you. Or something for you, 20 bucks. All right. It was just a quick little fun game. I don't know. Maybe I should do a more formal one. I was thinking about this last week, about doing a more formal game with the safecracking. Because some people, like, they do, like, trivia games and stuff on TikTok. And, like, who wouldn't like a safecracking game where you guess the number? But we would have to give clues, because we're not going to sit here and dial in a million numbers. So clues is the way to go on that. So Dave, the one thing I won't buy is the robot dialer, because I'm not really interested in just getting the safe open. What I'm interested is seeing what kind of trouble the lock is going to give me, and if I can overcome that. Sometimes there's no trouble, and sometimes there's trouble. The challenge is, can I overcome the troubles, right? So that's the sort of challenge. It's not just opening up every safe that we can. I want to spin the dial and see if I can and make it talk to me. Dave. Yeah, so Dave probably opens up more safes than all of us. Got a leg cramp. Now I get quite a bit of pushback from the locksmith community for what I do, but I figured since I'm not invited into the club anyways, I really don't have anything to lose by just keep on doing it. So I'm just gonna keep on doing it. Those guys can whine and bitch all they want. So I'm just packing up. You guys can chat amongst yourself, and if you got questions, I'll still be here. I gotta take very good care of this dial, this magnifier, until I know for sure it's mine. So I gotta be very gentle with it, put it away all nice and carefully. But if I don't get to keep this one, I'm probably going to buy one, because I can see myself using this on trouble safes, like the one that I have to go back to, that big huge MGM. The laser is very cool, but not having to look up, or sorry, not having to look over all the time and just being able to look up, that is very, very cool. Hey, I wonder about something. You know what I should do? Should we try something? What do we got here? Dave Ryzen, yeah. I don't know how into the locksmith community you are, but I'm sure my name is Mud in that community. And not because I've done something bad or ripped somebody off. It's because I don't think they like that I'm showing the videos. They really are not happy with my YouTube channel. I almost want to try something with you guys. Since you guys are super diehard fans, I'm going to do something else before we go. I'm curious to see how this thing would work with my pointer. If we can even accelerate the precision by using my weighted pointer on it. So you guys hang out here. I'm going to put this machine back together, because I take apart the magnetic arm to fit it into the case a little better. Since you guys are diehards, stay there. We're gonna try something very cool. Okay, we're going to do this. I'm putting this magnet back because we're re-hooking up our DDM, and we're going to do this. Trust me, this is gonna be worth it, guys. Just stay there. Watch this. Stay there. Okay. Some of you might have an idea of what I'm going to try here. If you watch my videos, you'll have an idea of what's going on. If I can get this kind of close up nice here. Okay. Hold on, I want this tighter here. Should I just tape this one to here? And have another one as well. Okay, let's do that. Okay, bear with me while I get this thing set up. Okay, we're trying something else, guys. Okay, we're getting a little crazy. Okay, if you got time, hang around. We're trying something cool. I just have to get my tool out here. Okay, hold on. So we're gonna go here. What if we did a combination to accelerate our precision? Where are we here? Okay. You guys are gonna like this. Oh shit. Okay. Okay, now we get some weights. Let's see how much weight we need. How much weight do we need here? Is that enough? I think that's enough. Okay, we got away with one. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Put this back on. What can you guys see here? How's the video? Okay. Put this down here. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into here. How do we look there? Do we look good? Yeah, okay. All right, so let's see. That's our 0. Let's see here. I might have to move this somewhere. Gee, my camera says connection lost. How is the connection lost? Can you guys still see me? Uh-oh. Hold on, I'm trying to see if you guys can still see me. Okay, apparently you guys can still see me. Okay, what did I miss here? Like I told you before, they're just jealous. Half of them don't even know how to manipulate. I'm planning on printing my own laser. Bought the parts. Locksmiths used to think we had to keep it all a mystery, but to learn new skills, it's usually not used enough for most to learn. Not. Thanks for appreciating me, guys. Okay, so some reason we skipped a little bit. I have fiber optic here. I got Wi-Fi 6. I don't know why it skipped, but who knows? Probably the GoPro. Okay, so let's see here. Let's zero out. And let's see if our let's see if we can I mean, at what point are we cheating? Like, is this considered cheating already? Now I don't even have to look for it. I just let the pointer find it. What was our combination again? 27, so 69. Let's go to 69 and see if... So we'll go to 64. 66. 68. And look at that. Look at that difference there. So what do you guys think of that, hey? We'll go to 69. And we'll go 70. And we should lose it right about now. Or maybe at 71. It's still there, so it's 71. We should lose it. It's kind of, yeah, it's pretty much gone. 72. So 99.86. Let's go back and do that again. 69 gives us 99.48. So that's 99 and a half. Come to 75-ish. And we got 99.83. So quite a big difference. So pointer plus the DDM. I have to go back and do a safe in Ottawa, and I'm going to be bringing this. I'm going to go in June. I'm going to ask the Safecracker bot if I can keep this until I come back from Ottawa, use it on that safe. And I'll probably go live stream quite a bit there as well on that big huge monster safe. So I think this is a good combo. This is probably going to be the combo I use on very hard lucks. And again, I'm not worried about showing you guys my stuff because you got to know what to do with the data you're getting. So you can take a picture, you can screenshot all you want, unless you know what to do with the data. AJ, yeah, I came up with this about 6 months ago, I guess. Apparently it's been around for a while, but I don't have access to the insider information. And I'll show you the first one I used. I actually don't have it. It's on one of my videos. I basically put weights on my laser. I had a laser on the dial. So instead of this, I would have a laser here, and I would have weights on the front of my dial, making it, or the front of the laser, making it top heavy, so that it would rest on the contact point. And that's when I came up with this idea with darts and a dart hat, whatever you call it, the dart point, and dart weights. So all you got to do when you buy the darts, you just pull the point off of there. You couldn't leave it on if you want to use it as a pointer, but to get through airport security, I decided to pull the point off of that one, so I don't have to worry about airport security. And then you get all of these weights. They come in little 2-gram sections, and then you adjust the weights as you need it. This is 17 grams, so I don't need any more weights. That's enough, which I'm lucky because I don't have much room here anyways to add any more weights. If I want to spin around the dial, you might run into problems there. So that's what I wanted to try with you guys. But I invent on my own tools because nobody has this stuff, and if they do, they won't sell to me because I'm not part of the club, right? I was even informed that I won't be able to attend the Safeta conventions even if I want to, because apparently my name is on the banned list because of my YouTube. So, but how am I supposed to know? I don't know this stuff. I just make cool videos, and then all of a sudden I'm like the worst guy around. I should have one more magnet somewhere. Yeah, and I was told apparently if you want to join that Safeta, they have they put your name in the magazine, and people can vote for you not to be allowed to join. So I don't know, whatever. I guess I screwed up by putting videos online. But again, when you're not part of the club, how are you supposed to know what's the sort of protocol or what's the unwritten rules, you know? So whatever. I mean, yeah, maybe it could have been someone spiteful, but Yeah, I don't even know, like, what would I gain by joining anyways? Like, I think I do enough for a guy who's got a day job. I mean, I do like, I don't know, let's say 40 a year. 40 safes a year is probably enough. What am I gonna do? Join to get more safes? Like, do I need more than 40 a year? So far on the docket, I have to fly back to Ottawa. I have to fly to Toronto for a nice JJ, actually Kitchener, but I'll fly into Toronto, and that's when Brian's gonna pick me up for coffee when I land at the airport. And then AJ Locks, thanks for sticking around for so long. The digital device is called a digital dial magnifier. Maybe if I do an Amazon link here, will it let you guys click on it? Let me go get it. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to my email. Going to my email. Where is it here? Where is it? Right here. And then right here, copy link address. Okay, I'm going to put the link to the Amazon on here. And if you guys can really support, if you want to, please follow and subscribe to Safecracker Bot on YouTube. He's the one who sent me this thing to use, so I really appreciate it. I mean, he took a big chance on mailing this thing to me, and I'm sure he had to pay quite a bit because it's coming from the States. So, you know, he took a big chance on sending it to me that I would even use it, and make a video with it. So again, it's nice to be part of this little community we have, where people are willing to send me a device to test. So follow him if you don't. And if you don't follow him, the question is why? Why aren't you following him already? Minneapolis. I was in Minneapolis in the summer. Did you guys hear my Minneapolis story? I was going to California, and the airline company, whatever, decided to send me to Minneapolis first. So I had 5 hours in Minneapolis. So Vault Cracker, yes, we got 2 of them open today. 2 in 2 hours, which is pretty good. So I decided, since I have 5 hours in Minneapolis anyways, I would look around for a safe, if anyone needed a safe open there, and I found a guy who needed one. So he picked me up from the airport. We drove to his house an hour away. I opened the safe for him. He drove me back to the airport, and I had about 45 minutes till the plane was leaving. So that's my Minneapolis story. And we were hitting traffic and everything. I was getting so nervous that I was going to miss the plane. So that's a pretty cool story. And again, these are the stories I like. You land in Minneapolis, you go crack a safe, you jump back on the plane and go to California. Who's got those kind of stories? I belong to ALOHA. Okay, that's good. So my name is not Mud in the ALOHA. So that's good. But there's a couple, yeah. So maybe I'm not banned. Maybe this guy was just giving me the gears or something like that. So it could be. Exactly, Brian. You can't put a price on that. Like flying in, opening a safe, and jumping back on the plane. These are the stories I get to tell. And there's another story where I opened up a tan safe, and I opened up the door, and I didn't realize that it wasn't sitting on the 4x4 blocks properly, and the safe tipped over. Luckily there was a garage wall there. That's the safe where I had to work in -17. So Vault Cracker, yeah, if you guys want to follow Vault Cracker as well, he's got awesome videos. He knows how to make videos better than I do, though. His videos get like millions of views. So go follow that Vault Cracker 36. If you don't follow him, I'm probably gonna ban you from my channel. G Keyman, yep, it almost killed me. Luckily I was on the back of it. If I had been trying to open it straight on without trying to film the contents, I probably would have been pinned under the door. But luckily I was trying to film the contents while I was opening the door, and it fell away from me. And there's no stopping that thing. I couldn't even lift the door back up. So when I left there, they're gonna have to get a, that was 2 years ago, they would have had to get a forklift or something. So 2 safes in 2 hours. I'll take it. It's fine. It's fine. I'm just packing up my stuff while you guys are asking me questions here. So I had a guy deliver a large gun safe to the shop. Stood it up and opened. The door opened and a handgun slid out. Oh no. Ooh. What's that brand of handgun that likes to go off on its own? There's some brand that's very bad. But luckily it wasn't one of those. Actually, one day, me and Vault Cracker 36, we might do a live stream together, maybe like an Ask Me Anything thing, where you can ask him about drilling, you can ask me about manipulation, because the way he drills is amazing. I get so nervous watching him because the one thing that scares me about drilling is you make one mistake and now you got big problems. You see, I can spin this all day long, right? I can do this all day long. The worst case scenario is I don't get it open. When you drill, if you make one mistake and you hit the relocker or something, or you break the glass, there's big problems. And when I watch the drillers, I get so nervous. Actually, Vault Cracker 36, he got one of the black boxes. That looks pretty cool. It's probably like $5,000. But again, you guys should already know that. Because why aren't you following him? So why am I telling you guys stuff you're supposed to know already? You need to question your life choices if you're not following him. I have a scope. I don't know if Terry is on here still, but my buddy Terry came up to visit me and he gave me a scope. But again, I'm too nervous to even drill. Actually, somebody wanted me to go work on one of their safes in Florida. And it wouldn't be that hard to get me to go to Florida because we're back in the winter now. We had 1 week of nice weather and now we're back into the minus 30 Celsius temperatures again. So what else can I show you guys? All right, so I think we're going to end the live here, and I'm in talks with one guy. He's got 2 safes to open. He hasn't sent me pictures yet, but they're in town, so we might get to open a safe or 2 this week. So now that I've figured out that community thing and how to make shorts, I'll probably make shorts to advertise every live that I'm going to do. Those little sizzle reels like I made for this one, so that you guys can at least know when I'm going to be going live. So I will end it here, and thank you all for watching, and send me a message if I owe you a $20 gift card. I don't remember who I owe a $20 gift card to. Send me a message and I will get it out to you. I'll probably like buy it on Amazon and then you just take the number or something. I don't know, we'll figure something out. All right, Vault Tracker, I'm going to be in touch with you soon so we can do that that double live stream thing. We can do it on YouTube so that all of our people can join. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Once I figure out